Hi guys, so I'm Lawrence Villamor and today I'm gonna teach you how to configure router, switch, and pieces all together, which we'll be doing later on today in my vlog. So I will just update you guys in the Kongdo. So this is Raven. Ben. So welcome to my very first video in how tutorial on how to configure components through Cisco Packet Tracer. So first, I will be using a copper straight through cable connected to the PC and the switch through fast Ethernet and Giga Ethernet. Then I will use the same cable, select Giga Ethernet and connect it to the router again in Giga Ethernet 0 slash let's do 0 slash 0. Okay, then I will use the same cable again and steps through PC2. Basically PC1 and PC2 are very much the same through cables on how you select it. So again, I will just connect the switch and the router using straight through cable, Giga Ethernet. Then I will be using a crossover cable in PC3 so that it will be connected to the router directly. So fast Ethernet and Giga Ethernet 0 slash 0. Right? Oh yes. I will just adjust this so you can see. You can see there are red triangles which are meaning it doesn't work. Okay. Then I will select a DCE cable, selecting serial 0 slash 0 on R1 to R2 and connect it to serial 0 slash 0 slash 0. Okay, I'm just checking if it's recording. Then I will again use a DCE cable 0 slash 01 connect to R1 to R3 with the same serial number. Okay, I will just click it. Basically you can just choose 0 slash 0 or 0 slash 01. It doesn't make any difference in the outcome. Okay, just select any of the two on the three routers. Okay, then I will now configure R1. I will click it, go to the CLI tab, and I will just code it. Okay, press enter, then use enter enable or EN for shortcut. Then I will erase all the default setup in the using erase startup config. Then after that I will type reload for it to be reset again and type no so that there will be no problems in the future. Okay, once it is settled, I will now again press return and use enter enable or EN. Then I will type config terminal so that I will able to configure the terminal on the R1. So enter line console 0 and password, my name Villamor, so that when I log in I will know the password and it is a requirement in the PDF sent by our teacher. Then login and exit. Then I will just repeat the same step. Line VTY04, password, my surname, login and exit. Next, I will change the name of the router using host name, my surname, and R1, which means router 1. Next, I will enter a secret password so that when someone is accessing a privilege mode. So first, this is my mistake. I forgot to type enable first before entering secret. So enables first secret, then my secret password, which is my first name, Lawrence. Then that is done. Next, I will enter a banner so that when someone is accessing the router, they will know. There will be a pop-up text which is authorized access only. Then now I will now configure the gigabit Ethernet. So I will type interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0. Then the IP address, which is 192.168.1.1, which is our first IP address. Then the subnet, which is 255.255.255.248. Then no shutdown so that it will not reset. Then exit to the interface. Then I will use again interface, but the serial, which if you remember recently, I entered the R1 to the R2 in the serial code. Okay, then I will enter the IP address, which is 192.168.1.9, and again the subnet, which is 255.255.255.248. Basically the codes in R1, R2, and R3 are the same, and the only thing that differ on those components is the IP address. Yeah, the IP address, the gigabit Ethernet, and the serial number, the serial interface. Then after that, I will enter the other serial, which is interface serial 0/0/1. Then I will enter the IP address, which is 192.168.1, right? And 0.7 0.41, and repeat the subnet. Now that is basically done in R1, I will just enter clock rate 64,000. Then no shutdown, then exit, then end. So to save the commands that I entered, I will be entering copy running config startup config, and then enter so that it will be saved from the router even if I exit it. So that is just the same in R1, R2, and R3. So I will do a fast just I will edit it and see what we can do. that is basically it from R1, R2, and R3. Then I will now configure the PCs. As you observe, there are no green. I read triangles. Now it's only green, which means that it is working. But there are only few steps left to finish the configuration. So go to PC1, go to desktop, IP configuration, and I will input the IP address of the PC. So this is where I had a hard time because I am confused on what IP address would I be using. So I kind of backtrack a little, then see if I input the right IP addresses in the routers. So that I will now input 192. Oh right, I was wrong. I am still confused on how to input the IP address on the what is the right IP address on the PC. So I just restarted it, and oh yeah, I am configuring the wrong tab. So basically I am configuring the finish configuration and forgot it. So here I will input the right configuration, which I will just check. Okay, then we will just skip to PC2. Again, go to desktop, IP configuration, IP address, which is 192.168.1.22. Is it right? Okay, it's right. Then I will just adjust the subnet to 248 on the last octet. Then the default gateway is where you connected the cable through the router. So the R2 is, the IP address is 192.168.1.17. Okay. Then I will go to again PC1 and input the I think it's 1.6. Am I right? Oh yeah. And again, edit the last octet to 248, and the default gateway on the R1 is 192.168.1.1. This is the first IP address, if you recall. Then last is PC3. Go to desktop, IP config, IP address is 192.168.1.36. 34, I think 34. Oh, it's 38, yeah. And again, edit the last octet. Then the IP address of the router, which is 0.33. Oh, 34. Okay, which is that is basically it. I hope you learned something on my first video tutorial, and I hope to see you on the next video, guys. Sorry for the confusion on the routers, but I hope you learned something, and I will improve on the next video. Okay guys, goodbye.